jana vallabha girivardhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Srila Guru Deva. Yeah, we do that. Maybe a bit more close then. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtiki. Warm welcome everyone. So we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam and specifically again Canto 4. Today we'll be seeing from chapter 9, chapter entitled Dhruva Maharaj Returns Home, text 26 onwards. So specifically we'll be studying Dhruva Maharaj's pastime. So we saw previous verse, Dhruva Maharaj leaves home for the forest, and now Dhruva Maharaj is going to return home. Now, we'll pause somewhere in the pastimes and all to check ourselves. How can we gain more and more inspiration from this pastime, from this dialogue, from this narration, from this historical event? Bhagavatam is itihas, na? Something which happened in history for sure. So from this historical event, how can we gain more and more inspiration? Because this is what Dhruva Maharaj wants, this is what Narad Muni wants, this is what Prabhupada wants, this is what the current acharyas want. The current league of devotees, they all want us to be completely immersed in Krishna consciousness. Dhruva Maharaj was completely immersed, he was completely absorbed. Now, see this Krishna consciousness or this thing. General, also in society, there is some bit of this general understanding what? That everything comes from God. Everything comes from God, everything belongs to God. So, yeah, everything should be used in the service of God. Now, one way to understand Krishna consciousness could be what? That everything comes from Krishna, no? Everything comes from God, everything comes from Krishna. One way to understand could be what? Let's see this. Krishna, he goes into a, shall we say, he goes to a vegetable shop or a sweet shop? I'm not sure. Does he go to a pea shop, a vegetable shop where peas are being sold out? Let's say he goes to a sweet shop. Tomorrow we can see, we can make him go to a vegetable shop where some peas are being sold out, say. But for now, say, Krishna goes to a sweet shop, a bakery shop. And and the shopkeeper, he realizes, oh, Krishna, you have come here. You have come here for having some bakery, some cookies, some flapjack, some uh, cakes, some gulab jamun, some rasagulla, some jalebi. You have come here to take sweets. Krishna says, yes, yeah. Well, Krishna, what is the need for you to come here and have this? Well, you know, Krishna, everything comes from you. Oh, it is, and you don't lack anything. You have already everything. Everything comes from you in the sense the sugar. In order to make sweets, the sugar comes from you. The milk comes from you. Hmm? Cows also given by you. Manpower also actually given by you. The energy to run the shop from you. Every facility, na, this the skill, the learning, everything, how to make dough, how to make gulab jamun, how to make rasgulla, jalebi, how to make cake, how to bake, everything comes from you. And you know everything well, and you don't lack in anything. It's not that you lack anything or you are short of anything and all. So what made you come to the shop? So this can be a question, right? What makes Krishna come to the shop to taste that gulab jamun or to taste that paneer, hmm, or rabdi or shortbread? You know what Krishna replies? Krishna replies that yes, Mr. Sweet Shopkeeper, I know that everything comes from me, and I know that the recipes as well, how to make and all of this. And I know if I am the supplier of water, I am the supplier of energy, I am the supplier of cement and bricks and all for you to make the shop and everything, the manpower and the skills as well, everything. But there's one thing which brings me to your shop. There's one thing which brings me to the shop to come and have it. What is that thing? The emotion, the loving sentiment, the loving emotion, which you put it in jalebi, the loving emotion which you put it in rasgulla, gulab jamun, the loving emotion which you put it in shortbread and flapjack, the loving emotion which you put it in porridge, the loving emotion which you put it in Scottish porridge, in Scottish oats. Hmm? It is that, maple syrup. It's even sweeter than the maple syrup. That loving emotion, that loving sentiment, that loving emotion is what pulls me towards you. It what drags me. It what's that I cannot help but come to the shop to taste this loving emotion, to taste that love. Other things, yeah, I know the recipe and everything. And this is Krishna consciousness. This is the relationship we want to have with Krishna. And Krishna also desiring, hankering, lamenting, say, for this relationship. The ultimate patient personality is Krishna. Since time immemorial, since eternity, he has been waiting on us. Not dumping or ditching or like that, no, waiting for on us. And so much that, yes, to taste that mellow, to taste that rasa, to taste that love. And herein we see Dhruva Maharaj, na, he downloaded Krishna na, in 6 months with his sadhana, such one pointed attention. There was no system failure, no data error, no connection, nothing, no loose connection, nothing, no power failure, no server breaking down or anything of that sort. uh, through his pure loving devotion, pure loving sentiment. So much so. And this is what. So one way could be okay. Yes, Krishna telling to the demigods, na, that dear demigods, Mr. Demigods, I have got your application, I've got your email, I've got your thingy, and fine, I certify, approve, and I will go and check this boy throughout, and I will speak with him. That is one thing. That is more like a pretext to use. Ah, and Krishna more wanted. Now ways of saying it. Did Krishna go to give darshan to Dhruva or to take darshan of Dhruva? That is the thing. Yeah. One way could be yes, Krishna went to give darshan to the young boy, 5 year old in the forest Madhuvan, how austerities he's performing and all, to cheer him up altogether. Yes. And another is what? Oh, let me go and see. Let me go and see Dhruva. Let me take his darshan, say, and this is nothing. Na? The love, the call of love, Krishna cannot hide himself. Krishna cannot stay away. So Krishna goes to this shopkeeper, sweet shopkeeper shop, and not because like he's missing out on gulab jamun or he's missing out on any cookies or flapjack or missing out on porridge. No, he goes to taste that love, to taste that expression of love, that sentiment, that emotion, that loving devotional service. And all we want in love is like love, na? There's a song also, na? What's something like all we want is love, all we need is love, and one love. There's a band, I believe, right? British band or whichever band. One love, mm, one direction, one Krishna, what not. So yeah, all we need is love in life. We need one direction only. Very true. So yeah, British band has got. Is it British band? Is it One Direction or One Love? One Direction. So at least they have gone it halfway through. They know One Direction only, and they know One Love also. No, rest is just if they can take more inspiration from George Harrison and make that direction One Direction towards all the way towards Krishna. One Love all the way towards Krishna. And I wouldn't, I cannot help myself taking pauses in the past time and reflecting more through the event, the historical fact that went through. So Dhruva Maharaj, he is first upset, he is first angry that mother spoke such harsh words. We read, na, that as if a snake bitten by a stick on the head, it really angers the snake, becomes furious the snake, his ego so much. I'm the snake, Baba, I carry poison, I carry venom. How can you hit me like this? Hmm? So Dhruva Maharaj also got very hot blooded, Kshatriya blood, na, very hot blooded. How can you speak to me like this and all? And we try to understand, right? When someone offends us, insults us, and all, he's like a messenger, direct messenger of Krishna, helping us to understand that we do not belong to this world. Hmm? Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for correcting me. Hmm? Thank you for reminding me. And what you are thinking, how much is actually less. Actually, I'm more fallen than what you think. I'm more culprit than what you think. If we can come to this mood, sort of. So, yeah, we had some questions, right? What advice would we go give to Dhruva Maharaj? So our advice shouldn't be any different from what advice Suniti or Surichi or Narad Muni gave. It shouldn't be any different. Then how should we react, respond if we are put on the spot? If someone does a reality check on me, like as we were discussing the other day, right? That my mother did once a reality check on me, everything became black and white. Everything came out very transparent, very clear. So if someone does a reality check, how do we prepare ourselves? So what should be our response? If someone is say uh, kind of encroaching a bit in our free will or in my soft spot, that yes, thank you for reminding me that I'm so attached and on those lines. Now mm, all this again, does it not bring lead to another question? I guess it leads to another question, right? A question being what? We have seen again King Utanpa, Dhruva Maharaj, Suniti, Surichi, and now Dhruva did austerities. He saw Lord Narayan will be reading soon. Dhruva speaking, Lord Narayan speaking, saints speaking. But now this is the question: what could have been done so that this situation had not come about? What could have been done so that Dhruva Maharaj did not have to go to forest? You know, people at work and places and all that. Okay, or it's like say government police and all. Okay, this time this crime has happened, this thief robbery or this bomb blast, or at work, okay, this time we have missed out on this thing, so bring some risk measures, some control so that we prevent it from happening next time. What could have been done so that this situation had not come about, of Dhruva Maharaj having to leave home with some anger, with some frustration, and going to go to forest? Although it's such a great thing that happened to Dhruva, right? Because of this, her stepmom's harsh words is what Dhruva getting the darshan of Lord Narayan. Huh? But what could have been done in a way that actually none of this would have happened and still Dhruva would have been transcendental? This is a question for us to meditate and to bring it on our life. I'm guessing the question is clear. What should, how should we be positioning ourselves, or what should be our consciousness, our thought process, our life altogether, that such an event would not have come in Dhruva's life, or say our lives, that uh, although practicing Krishna consciousness is the greatest thing, is the best ultimate beyond any comparison, but say in order to going through this sort of roller coaster, yeah, this much can be said, right? This sort of roller coaster or up and down Dhruva, his father, stepmom and mom and everyone went through. So we'll try to check more on this question. And for now, let us start from text 26 onwards. We'll read. Uh, so we can start. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपाम्बुदीर्य तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So text 26 is Maitre Uvacha Iti Archita Sa Bhagavan अतिदिश्यात्मनपदं बालस्य पश्यतो धाम स्वयमगाद्गरुडध्वज. The great sage Maitra said, after being worshipped and honored by the boy, Dhruva Maharaj, and after offering him his abode, Lord Vishnu on the back of Garuda returned to his abode as Dhruva Maharaj looked upon. So we'll read the purport also. From this verse it appears that Lord Vishnu awarded Dhruva Maharaj the same abode in which he resides. His abode is described in the Bhagavad Gita 15.6. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Beautiful message Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita. Tad dhama paramam mama. So in Krishna consciousness, if one thing we have to be attracted towards is this paramta of Krishna. You know, in society, many times when do we hear this word exclusive? We hear na this word exclusive. What is more attached with it? Exclusive? Hmm? No. Exclusive? Where do we hear? Like in medias and advertisements and things, right? Exclusive, do we hear exclusive offer? Exclusive offer. Buy this exclusive offer sort of thing. So, paramta is one thing if we can get attracted by. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, na param so many times in in Bhagavatam as well and all. And this paramta is what? The exclusive offer of Krishna. Exclusive. Param means transcendental. Divya means full of joy, eternity, and bliss. So, if we can somehow get our attraction towards Param, then this societal attraction will go off. Like speaking of again societal attraction, na, if we can develop an attraction towards this Paramta, Divyata, transcendental, and this will come about when we study Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of devotees. Then Bhagavatam is what na rasdar. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनसतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृताम् पुनन्ति ते विषया विदुषिताशयम् व्रजन्ति चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. Bhagavatam is to be relished altogether. It is to be drunk, na? Pibanti ye Bhagavata Atmanasatam. Like there are some songs also, na? That I drink your beauty through my eyes, or some poetry, right? It's na? That drink it through the eyes and all. Bhagavatam, transcendental poetry, all these shlokas are sung also in transcendental poetry, and Krishna should be glorified in the choicest poetry altogether. So when we pibanti ye bhagavata atmanasatam, something bhagavatam is to be drank, is to be relished. Atmanasatam by devotees who hold it very precious to the heart, very dear to them is this Bhagavat culture, Bhagavat message. Hmm? Shravanti Samkarna Puteshu Sambratam. By giving good oral reception, completely nice oral reception, when we listen to this message of Srimad Bhagavatam, Punanti Te Vishaya Vidusitasam, Shishikorantai Mayapur Sashiki Jai. It purifies what? This disease of sense enjoyment altogether, and one then attains, one goes on the way to Godhead. Like for Dhruva Maharaj say, he had this desire to attain a kingdom much bigger than his father, grandfather, and great grandfather, a material desire. uh, and coming into Krishna consciousness, chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, a mantra recommended in the age of golden age in Satyuga, when he chanted and all, purified so much that he got rid of his any sort of material mundane desire and wanted nothing but Krishna. So many thoughts come in the head, and I don't know, and it becomes very difficult to get them out. Hare Krishna. So please excuse me. Now I cannot help this. Like we see Dhruva Maharaj, what he at one point he was wanting a kingdom much greater than his father, grandfather, and great grandfather, right? And now he wants nothing but Krishna. Will read more. So what is Krishna consciousness? Has anyone ever been to court of law? I've been once, and we have heard this in movies and all, but in real life also it was a bit sweet or charming for me to hear. So the judge actually, I witnessed live. The judge actually saying, asking the people who is giving witness on oath and all. The judge is asking the person to take oath who is going to give some witness statement, and the judge is saying, "Repeat after me" or something like that. I declare that I will speak only the truth, nothing but the truth, and something else, on only and only truth, nothing but the truth and truth, in a way that throughout there is no loophole, that I will speak nothing but truth and all things. In Krishna consciousness, perhaps we can take this oath, right, with our right hand up. Hmm? We have to be careful now. This can I take this oath that I will love and serve Krishna Nothing but loving and serving Krishna. Only in loving and serving Krishna. I will always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna with all my heart and soul, with complete attention, attachment, and unconditional, unmotivated, uninterrupted altogether. Hare Krishna. This oath, na? This should be the Krishna conscious oath. Say. Yeah, we pray for this. We definitely pray for this. So this sort of sense attraction or this enjoyment now or this sort of thing. So Dhruva Maharaj, look at his sadhana, or this should be the aim or thing of sadhana, na? That what developing such a absorption, such a tremendous absorption that he forgot what he wanted. Uh, Let us read a couple more and then we can try to build up more mood. Despite having, text 27, despite having achieved the desired result of his determination. Dhruva means determination. Dhruva means fixed, absolute, firm, determination, certain. The last shloka of Bhagavad Gita, na? Uh, who says the last shloka? Sanjay says. What? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Certain. Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjun. This comes Bhagavad Gita 1878. The last shloka Sanjay says. See, Bhagavad Gita also amazing. Na? The first shloka Dhritarashtra says, last shloka Sanjay says. Begins with ignorance, Dhritarashtra, and ends with Sanjay altogether. So we see, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Tatra Partho Dhanurdhara. Wherever there is Yogeshwara, the supreme mystic, Krishna, and the supreme archer, Arjuna, what will happen? This combination of Krishna and Arjuna, what will happen? Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir. Shri, all opulence. Vijay, all victory. uh, all morality. Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir. Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. This is my form. All morality, all opulence, all victory, all fame, everything. And not just like, see, one nice thing. Wherever there is Krishna Arjuna, it's not like there will be just opulence and beauty and fame and victory. Because, say, if someone may say, well, you and me, we become business partners. And when we become business partners, we will, through our intelligence, through our skill set, intelligence, our willpower, our hard work, we will earn lots of money, lots of opulence, lots of fortune, lots of fame. But will it be moral? Will it be genuine? Will it be corrupt? Or will it be pure? So Sanjay is saying, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama Niti. It is our moral. Huh? It is our moral. So when we practice Krishna consciousness, we may not be moral to begin with. But when we come in contact with Krishna, we become moral and we want to then become transcendentally moral altogether. So, despite having achieved the desired result of his determination by worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj was not very pleased. Then he returned to his home. Now, look, this is what Krishna consciousness puts one into. Dhruva, he achieved the result of his determination, now of his sadhana, of his practice. What? He wanted to see Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu appeared, Narayan appeared in front of him. But still he wasn't very pleased. He wasn't satisfied. He wasn't pleased. And then he returned home. And then he returned. So this is how our Krishna consciousness, our reading, hearing, chanting should do. Actually, this should make us cry internally. They should really make us burn. They should really make us very much cry for Krishna. As we were discussing now, in love, two things are must. Two things should be there. Try, we have to try, and cry. If we do not try, just cry, then it will be sentimental. and then our cry will be sahajya, cheap, sentimental, and we will be crying for cheap glory. We will be crying to show to the world that how good am I, devotee am I. We will be crying for that only. If we are not crying, if we just try but not cry, then it's mechanical. No, mechanical sadhana, mechanical japa, robotic. Oh, I'm too fed up with society. I don't want this society. So much of headache, pay bills, and all this. Uh, so I practice Krishna consciousness. No more birth, death, old age, misery, disease. Uh, that won't be an ultimate motivation. This can never be an ultimate motivation for us to attain Krishna. So if we are just trying but not cry in the try, then it is bound to be mechanical. It won't be heartfelt. Nah, look, Krishna entered into that sweet shopkeeper's shop, right? Even though Krishna didn't has everything, and the shopkeeper was also like shocked. Why? Why do you, what made you come here? Do not we want Krishna to enter our heart? Although Krishna is residing in our heart only. Do not we want him to manifest in front of us? Why should our experience be any less than what Dhruva is experiencing now? Now, when we started, what if Dhruva Maharaj comes in our dream? Now, wouldn't we want Dhruva Maharaj to come in our dream? Also, so more so, wouldn't we want Lord Narayan to come in our dream? Wouldn't we want Api to come to me as a direct blessing from Krishna? Wouldn't I want that? Of course. This is what I was waiting for or hoping for. So this is the fruit of Shrimad Bhagavatam coming. This is the direct fruit, right? Api coming straight to me. So wouldn't we want in our dream Narad Muni to appear, Dhruva Maharaj to appear, Lord Narayan to appear, and Srila Gurudev to appear, spiritual master to appear? Would be the transcendental dream, yes. So, despite having achieved the desired result of his determination by worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj was not very pleased. Thus, he returned to his home. Shri Vidur inquired, "My dear Brahmana, the abode of the Lord is very difficult to attain. It can be attained only by," this is text 28, "it can be attained only by pure devotional service, which alone pleases the most affectionate, merciful Lord. Dhruva Maharaj achieved this position even in one life, and he was very wise and conscientious. Conscientious. Why then was he not very pleased?" Well, natural, no? You went for this job interview, Dhruva Maharaj. You went for this to have an interview with Lord Narayan. You did all the application filling, you did all the process, all the filing, you pressed the submit button also. You had the data, everything you did. And Lord Narayan also appeared. You received the email feedback and all everything. Lord Narayan appeared. Why are you still not pleased? This is Krishna consciousness. Don't think that one will become pleased practicing Krishna consciousness. So again, in advertisements, some insurance advertisements and all, disclaimer comes na in the advertisement. What do they say? Or in some gambling advertisement also, disclaimer comes na. What do they say in the gambling advertisement in disclaimer? I'm sure none of you gamble, you wouldn't know what will you know. But just to let you know, there is something as gambling which exists in this world. I'm sure none of you know of that, but just to let you know, gambling, there's a term, a thing called gambling which exists in this world. And in gambling advertisement, the disclaimer comes what? Gamble at your own risk and all. Hmm. Or many people say, in trains and all, that management is not responsible, look after your own luggage at your own risk and all. So this is my heartfelt disclaimer to all of you. Practice Krishna consciousness, enter into Krishna consciousness, but at your own risk. Later on, don't say where did I end up and all say, huh? So why was Dhruva not happy? He wanted to see Lord Narayan. Lord Narayan came, but still not happy. Huh? He was unpleased. And just to say, This sense of unpleased or moroseness or sadness is not the sadness we experience in this world. The sadness we experience in this world, the pain we experience in this world is actually painful. It is actually painful. It makes us cry in that literal sense. It gives us anxiety. It sucks our blood. Hmm? It doesn't give us life. It really makes us very uncomfortable. But this uncomfortable, this stress, anxiety, this moroseness in Krishna consciousness is desired. I'll say this in Hindi and then try to translate in English as well. Who can attain Krishna or who will attain Krishna rather? जिसको भगवान का अभाव हुआ ना जीवन में, वही भगवान के भाव को समझ पाएगा. भगवान पे भगवान का भाव उदय होने के लिए, प्रकट होने के लिए अभाव का अनुभव होना अनिवार्य है. In order to develop, experience transcendental, heartfelt emotion for Krishna, love for Krishna, this this hankering to see Krishna, the lamentation has to come about a separation, abhav, a separation. Na? This I do not have Krishna, that has to come about. One who constantly is haunted by this emotion that I do not have Krishna, only he can get Krishna. Only he. And Dhruva was through his meditation, through his sadhana, through his chanting, through his practice austerity, he was experiencing this. And this is why when Lord Narayan came, gave darshan also and moved on, Dhruva felt very displeased. There are many things. See, quickly I will try to help myself understand. Firstly, why did Krishna give Dhruva a, he gave him the planet, the pole star, okay, because Dhruva wanted a planet much bigger than his great grandfather. So fine, Krishna gave him a spiritual planet, a planet pole star altogether. Fine, somewhat we can understand. Although Dhruva did not want perhaps that grand, but Krishna gave him way more grand. And why then Krishna told him that okay, you will rule in this earthly planet for 36,000 years uninterrupted, ever youthful, and you will have all glories, all enjoyment, all fame. Isn't it like Krishna giving him material? One may say, na, Krishna, but he's giving him all this material sense enjoyment and all. Dhruva, he should have packed up altogether from forest and lived in forest and packed up, no coming to city life and moving on. No, that is not Krishna consciousness. Arjuna was a warrior, he was a king, he fought and later on ruled also. Yudhishthir Maharaj as well, Ambarish Maharaj, such kings, na, stalwart kings. So Dhruva also, point is, through austerity, through meditation, Dhruva purified himself and he developed a character, the values, the morality, the ethics, and transcendental understanding of life. And with that, he was leading the planet. So we need a leader who is Krishna conscious. If imagine if Dhruva was not made the leader, someone else, the society would have gone more corrupt. Na? With Dhruva Maharaj being the leader, the society will become Krishna conscious. And also Krishna also wanted to save his face, na, but imagine a 5-year-old boy comes to Krishna and asks for a kingdom greater than Lord Brahma, and Krishna just gives that, no more. Doesn't sound good, na? Someone may say, oh wow, a 5-year-old boy come. Normally, everyone is kind to a 5-year-old boy. In India, you go to a shop, uh, um, go with parents. Say a 5-year-old boy goes to shop with parents and all. Parents done grocery shop, must be a bit of a regular shop where the shopkeeper knows the customer or the family say, and the 5-year-old boy he's just running in the shop or just like that and all, and just seeing and all. The shopkeeper naturally will open one of the box and give him one lolly, two lolly, two sweets and all, and take it for free. Hmm? So, like Krishna is trying to save his face in the sense, Dhruva, you ask this much only, but please accept. Otherwise, I want to set a good precedent and name for myself. Otherwise, many will not do my worship. Huh? that they will think, okay, to a 5-year boy, if he's so with rules and regulation, you ask this much, I give this much only, then what will he be with us? Hmm? See the point? So Krishna gave him more, take, and also purified. Had the trust, na, that Dhruva will not misuse and all. Lots more also for us to understand what devotees are like, what devotional service means, and to never lose focus. To never lose focus. This is also a test. This is also a test. Krishna takes many things away. From Prabhupada, he took many things away. Na? Took many things away, and Prabhupada had to do so much labor. In India, League of Devotees, what not, the pain he went through and all. And like through Prabhupada, Krishna is inspiring us to become Krishna conscious. And then Prabhupada was given everything under the sky. For 12 years, everything under the sky. And again, Krishna is teaching us through Prabhupada, his pure devotee. So, something on those lines. So, Maitreya answered, this is text 29. Dhruva Maharaja's heart, which was pierced by the arrows of the harsh words of his stepmother, was greatly aggrieved, and thus, when he fixed upon his goal of life, he did not forget her. And thus, when he fixed upon his goal of life, he did not forget her misbehavior. He did not demand actual liberation from this material world, but at the end of his devotional service, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared before him, he was simply ashamed of the material demands he had in his mind. He felt very ashamed of the material demands he had in his mind. Let us read just one more for now, maybe. Dhruva Maharaj saying, text 30. Dhruva Maharaj thought to himself, to endeavor to be situated in the shade of the lotus feet of the Lord is not an ordinary task. Wow, what a beautiful translation. Na? See, to endeavor to be situated in the shade of the lotus feet of the Lord. In the shade of the lotus feet of the Lord is not an ordinary task. This is love. Such good language, such culture. To be situated in the shade of the lotus feet of someone, of the Lord, is not an ordinary task, because even the great brahmacharis, headed by Sanandan, who practiced Ashtanga Yoga in trance, attained the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet only after many, many births. Within 6 months, I achieved the same result. Yet, due to my thinking differently from the Lord, I fell down from my position. So, practicing Krishna consciousness, we have to give up this sense enjoyment, and this sense enjoyment can only be given up when we take into Krishna consciousness, when we practice Krishna consciousness. See, yeah, someone wants to lose weight. Hmm? Someone wants to lose weight, say. So, what he or she has to do? Some diet, maybe, diet control, look into their diet, look into their sleeping habits, and look into some physical exercise, na? Some gym or running and jogging and diet and sort of thing. Can ever one say that, okay, no, first I will lose weight, then I will control my diet? Huh? Does it work like this? First, I will lose weight, then I will go gym or exercise or park or running or jogging. First, I will lose weight, then I will sleep less hours and all. No, it doesn't work like that. Baba, you sleep, you monitor your sleep, you monitor your diet, you monitor what you eat and all, you monitor your exercise and all, and then only you lose weight. So it's not like first I become pure, then I practice Krishna consciousness. No, it's when we practice Krishna consciousness, we become pure. Only then. So in this world, we are also like Dhruva Maharaj. He had material desire in his mind, na? As it says, like he had material, some demands and desires in his mind and all, everything. So we also, uh, this world is a network of material desires, some material demands and everything, na? Um, as we say now, what this world is a network of illusion, na? Network of maya, network of illusion. And what is the network, what is the illusion we all are having in this world? What is all that we all are chasing after? We are certainly not chasing after Krishna, but what is it we are chasing after? Uh, Our www.com is what? Woman, Wealth and Wine. That's our www.com. What we have been chasing. Woman, Wealth and Wine. And this, since eternity, na, this paraspar, this mutual say, attraction, man and woman, opposite sex or even maybe same sex also, and all bodily identity driven, bodily definition driven, say, and this sense enjoyment has to be given up in order to experience a sublimity, a taste in Krishna consciousness. Like we say, na, a bit jokingly, of course, but this is for one to check if there is reality in it. What uh, this girl likes shopping and boy likes girl. Girl likes makeup, boy likes girl. Girl likes traveling, boy likes girl. What else? Girl likes eating or cooking, say, or music, boy likes girl. Now, someone may argue, or someone might have argued that, well, I don't like shopping. I don't like, what's the thing? Makeup. I don't do makeup. I don't do shopping. I hate shopping. I don't like makeup. And I, what, music or thing. Then again, okay, fine, good. That's a devotee sentiment, very devotee heart. If someone is not into these sort of things, say. But still, but one thing is sure, with at least men, it's simple. One thing is consistent with men, that's simple. Uh, but say what this thing, now what? Can we say girls like talking? Girls like talking, boy like girls. Anyways, we all have our fair share, we have our share of some distraction or attention or this thing, some stuck, somewhere we are stuck as such. We have all our fair share and we have to transcend it, overcome it, uh, get absorbed through it. And this will come about through devotional service only, through uh, Shrimad Bhagavatam, or through predominantly through association of devotees, by the association of devotees, by being blessed by pure devotee of Krishna, by being blessed by spiritual master only, this can happen. So text 31. Alas, just look at me. I am so unfortunate. I approach the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can immediately cut the chain of the repetition of birth and death. But still, out of my foolishness, I prayed for things which are perishable. Since all the demigods who are situated in the higher planetary system will have to come down again, yet they are all envious of my being elevated to Vaikuntha Loka by devotional service. These intolerant demigods have dissipated my intelligence, and only for this reason could I not accept the genuine benediction of the instruction of Sage Narada. So here Dhruva Maharaj, he is having lamentation. Okay, let's read this. 33 says what? Dhruva Maharaj lamented. He is expressing his lamentation. What is the lamentation? He lamented, I was under the influence of the illusory energy. Again, for us, this in the form of woman, wealth, and wine. I was under the influence of the illusory energy, being ignorant of the actual facts. I was sleeping on her lap. Under a vision of duality, I saw my brother as my enemy, and falsely I lamented within my heart, thinking they are my enemies. Beautiful Udgar, beautiful expressions, beautiful realizations. We are short of time, we will always be short of time, but we'll try to see. So here Dhruva Maharaj is lamenting. One thing we never lament is lamentation for Krishna, lamentation for God. That is what is lacking in our life. That is lacking. There was a, we once shared this survey na before. There was a survey conducted. Uh, Pip heard of this, you know this survey, right? There was a survey conducted by whom? By Mr. WHO, World Health Organization. There was a survey conducted, and I'm serious, very serious, yes. There was a survey conducted by Mr. WHO, World Health Organization. What was the question of the survey? Yeah, yeah. So this was the question. Mr. WHO came up with this question. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Okay. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? This was the question, very pertinent question, right? Very pertinent question, contemporary. And this is a question which would have been pertinent 300 years ago, would have been pertinent 200 years ago, would have been pertinent 100 years ago. Well, in 1940s, there was drought in India. Many people died, passed away. Food scarcity again. Mm. Even now, so pertinent that Mr. WHO has to come up with this survey. This question will be pertinent, I tell you, 100 years after from now on, 200 years as well, 500 years as well from now on. So we'll try to see this question and see uh, where does it lead us to. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? So Mr. WHO came up with this very good question, and they wanted to travel the world to get honest, genuine feedback from the people, opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world. So where did they start from? Where did, of course, India, of course. Where else? So they started from India. That was the default choice. So they went to India and asked this question amongst the Indians, that what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world, right? Now, Indians being Indians. So when Indians received this question, now look, so they stopped. Mr. WHO is asking this question, maybe in microphone. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food? And some Indian gentlemen, then and there, stopped Mr. WHO. That your question, I heard the full question. It's good, but I don't think so. I'm afraid. I said, I don't think so. I have an answer. Mr. WHO was a bit shocked. He was a bit surprised. What do you mean I don't have an answer? Well, your question is invalid in India. It's not for Indian masses. It doesn't work. India or say maybe subcontinent neighboring places. It is invalid. It doesn't work. Can you explain what do you mean by that? Yes, certainly. See, you have come all the way from America, Mr. WHO. I don't want to waste your time, energy, money. So I'm telling you, your question begins with what? What is your honest opinion? And blah, 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 blah. So your honest opinion, na? Look, believe it or not, irony is Indians are losing honesty. Uh, Losing honesty a lot. We are not very honest as perhaps we used to be, as it says maybe in scriptures or sages and all. But we have deviated a lot from scriptures, meaning we have deviated a lot from truth, a lot from morality, and we struggle with honesty now. We struggle with honesty, so we cannot give you our honest opinion and all. So no point taking our opinion because you want honest opinion, we don't have one. So he traveled across India, and he didn't travel much actually because he was nicely put across this message that don't expect any honest opinion. We can give opinion and all, but this honest opinion won't come about. Okay, fine. So Mr. WHO, his questionnaire, this his file, not many responses filled in. Now from India, where did he move on? Mr. WHO thought that okay, now that I've come to India, let's go to not far off from India is China. Ah, let's go to mainland China. Let's go to China. and check this question. So, what is the question? Same question. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? And I do apologize, all of you. I'm terrible with accents. I'm terrible. I can just put up with Yorkshire accent. I cannot do Indian accent. I cannot do Chinese accent. I cannot do any other accent. Just natural, basic Yorkshire accent, maybe. So I'm terrible with accent, so I won't take this go any far in trying to come up with Chinese accent. But if someone can do, sure, by all means, maybe. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Right, this is the question. Now they went to China, and Chinese people, they heard this question. And what did the Chinese people tell to Mr. WHO? That Mr. WHO, we are extremely sorry. We won't be able to give you answers for this question of yours. Actually, your question is invalid. It doesn't work here. It is not applicable here. It doesn't, we don't understand your question. Mr. WHO was again shocked. What's going on? Indians say no, Chinese. Okay, can you explain? Yes. Chinese people, what did they explain? What is your question is this, right? What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? So, so the Chinese people asked, Mr. WHO, first you explain what do you mean by opinion? You are asking me to explain the question, na? The reason why I don't want to. So first you explain to me what do you mean by opinion? Shishi Khorantai Mayapur Sashi Ki. So what does opinion mean? First help me understand what do you mean by opinion. Then only I can. We don't know what is opinion. Like Indian said, na, we don't know what is honesty. What do you mean by honesty? Chinese says what? What do you mean by opinion? I don't know what is opinion. So WHO, China, and nearby places, you had to go a bit empty-handed. Fine, moved on from there. Now, where does Mr. WHO go? He came to Europe. He came to Europe. And within Europe, say Western Europe. Hmm? Within Western Europe, where say countries like Germany, France, UK. Hmm? So, what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Now, coming to places like Germany, France, and UK, and this question, and again, what response did you got in Germany or France or UK and from Germans, French, and British people? So they also couldn't manage to actually give an answer, give a response. They also said to Mr. WHO, British people said what? I'm afraid. I'm afraid I don't have an answer. We don't have an answer. Why? Your question is again invalid or it doesn't work or you have to explain us what do you mean. We don't get this question. What is it you don't get? Well, what is your honest opinion about the scarcity? So yes, honesty, we are honest. Opinion, yes, we like to give opinion. I have an opinion to give. We like to give. It's not that I'm opinionated. It's not like that I'm an opinionated, but yes, I carry an opinion. Just like Adoksha Prabhu gives this beautiful class, like everyone, what does he say? Everyone is a button, bell button or something. So like everyone wants to give up. So anyways, so the Germans and French and say British, what they say, like first you explain what do you mean by scarcity. What is scarcity? Where is scarcity? Huh? I take shower with grape, this thingy or honey. Hmm? After I use hand wash and I do hand wash what? With honey, with milk, or this soaps come na hand wash soaps with honey, milk, and whatnot, and all this. I have tissues in the house. I have tissues in the bathroom, and they smell lavender. What do you mean by scarcity? Have you ever attended our office party? Have you ever seen the international flights? Have you ever not taken international flights? You know, in international flight, once a bottle of whiskey is opened, only one glass served, and if the flight stops, that whole bottle of whiskey needs poured down. It cannot be served anymore. What do you mean by scarcity? Have you ever attended a wedding? What do you mean by scarcity? There's food all over. Do not you watch Hollywood movies? Where does it show in Hollywood movies some scarcity sort of thing? Yeah. So, what is this scarcity? We don't know. What does scarcity mean? And irony is what? Two-thirds of the world population, Aloksha Prabhu was saying the other day in the class, right? Two-thirds of the world population overeats, overeats, and obesity and whatnot. One-third of the world population sleeps hungry. Where is this scarcity? Where is the scarcity? So this was kind of the response from many people say and all that we cannot give answers. Okay, fine. WHO moved on. Where does he go next? Say Africa. Say East Africa, North Africa, maybe West Africa as well. Goes to Africa. Same question. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Now, people, yes, we are honest and we have an opinion if someone cares, if someone wants to listen. Scarcity, yes, we know what is scarcity. But Mr. WHO, we are sorry to say with folded hands, we cannot give you an answer. We don't understand the question. Your question is actually a bit, it is spinning my head. I'm not sure what do you mean, what this question is. I'm not sure what do you mean by this question. And where did the, say, Africans or say some people stumbled upon hearing this question? Again, I'm not trying to say Indians, Americans, Chinese, and all are African. Where one could have stumbled with this question? You know what they were saying, one could be saying or asking. There's one thing which I do not understand in your question. That is, you have to first explain it to me. What do you mean by food? What is food? I understand honesty, I understand opinion, if it matters, if at all it matters. I understand scarcity, yeah. I thought I experience scarcity. What do you mean understand? I experience, I live scarcity. Uh, What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest? Just food, what do you mean by food? For many people in this world, in this globe, on a daily basis, where do they take their food? Where do they get their food from? Not imported from supermarkets, no, from garbage. Irony, but it's a reality. From garbage they pick the food, and from garbage they have the food. And the water, purified water, or what sort of. So it's a sheer irony the pain a mother goes through seeing her child sleep hungry, wake up hungry, the pain a parent goes through, and the austerities and what to cook, what not to cook, and further on. So, what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Again, Mr. WHO didn't get much good response. Further, fine, he said, okay, we have traveled Asia, we traveled Europe, we covered Africa, many places, many countries, and all. Where does the Mr. WHO come now? He comes to America, let's say. And same question, what is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in rest of the world? What response does he get from Americans? Uh-uh. Sorry, the question is invalid. You have to be a bit clear with your question. Your question doesn't make sense. What do you mean? I'm not getting your question. I understand honesty. Of course, we are honest. What do you mean? And of course, your opinion or statement, whichever you like, hmm, about the scarcity. But one thing, say, Americans stumbled upon where? Who is this rest of the world? Who is this rest of the world? Can you show me Can you show me? I hear a lot, rest of the world, rest of the world. Can you show me who is this rest of the world? If you show me, I can settle once for all. Fine, honest. Yeah, we are honest. Of course, we are honest. What do you mean? Huh? Opinion and food and scarcity. But first, Mr. WHO, who is this rest of the world? And this is the world we live in. Hmm? This is the world. What is your honest opinion about the scarcity of food in the rest of the world? Krishna consciousness is a life of honesty. It is not a life of opinion. We take the opinion or rather instructions of Shastras, of scriptures, Guru Sadhu Shastra. That is the statement. Krishna's opinion is what matters to us, not worldly opinion. Scarcity, yes, there is scarcity of food in this world. There's no lack of resources though. It's morality is what is lacking. How to utilize those resources, how to use them. That is lacking fundamentally. Biggest lacking, Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, na, there is no scarcity. The only scarcity is God consciousness. The world is lacking in knowledge of God consciousness. Only that is needed. And that is the only hope. So this question 500 years ago, 400, 300, 200, 100 years ago, very pertinent. Even now, very pertinent. And 100 years from now on, 200, doesn't matter you bring any good government. Any good government. huh? We do any reforms, legal reforms, any structural changes in society, any equitable distribution, any ways of working. There is going to be this disparity until and unless we bring God consciousness in our life. And if we become God conscious, that doesn't mean that there won't be any rich or poor. They will be there. But there won't be a disparity as such. Only externally there will be difference. At heart wise, no differences. So this Dhruva Maharaj, na, if we see, this is what like through purity, this is purification, this is sadhana, this is chanting, this is japa, this is reading, hearing, study, that he experienced scarcity of Krishna in his life. So much so that he is saying, I lamented within my heart, thinking what I was asking for, what I was demanding for, and all of that. So we should be asking ourselves this question, na? What is my honest opinion about the scarcity of food or the scarcity of love? Hmm? The society struggles to understand love uh, and struggles to understand what mercy means, what love means. We struggle to receive love and we struggle to express love as well, give love as well. But should we sing for the pleasure of the Lordship? Let us sing maybe Param Karuna. Dhruva Maharaj is receiving this Karuna, na? Param Karuna. He's in lamentation in ecstasy. This is the ecstatic lamentation. I don't know, this shloka, such udgar, such expressions of love he's sharing. He's saying, just look at me, I'm so unfortunate. I approach the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can immediately cut the chain of the repetition of birth and death. But still, out of my foolishness, I prayed for things which are perishable. So we should ask from Krishna, but not matter. We should ask from Krishna, Krishna himself. Shishikorantai Mayapur Sashi ki jai. परम करुणा पहो दुई जन निताई गौर चंद्र परम ना पहो दुई परम करुणा पौदुविजन निताई गौरचंद्र सब अवतार सार शिरोमणि केवल आनंद कांदा सब अवतार सारा शिरोमणि केवल आनंद कांदा भजो भजो भाई चैतन्य निताई सुदृढ़ विश्वास को रे भजो भजो भाई चैतन्य निताई सुदृढ़ विश्वास को रे विषय छाड़िया सिर से मजिया मुखे बोलो हरि हरि विषय छाड़िया सिर से मजिया मुखे बोलो हरि हरि देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवन नाई ए मोने दयाल दाता देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवन नाई ए मोने दयाल दाता पशु पाखी जूरे पाषाण विदारे सुनी जा रे गुण गाथा पशु पाखी जूरे पाषाण विदारे सुनी जा रे गुण गाथा संसारे माजिया रोहिली पोड़िया आर नाही मोर आशा संसार माजिया रोहिली पोड़िया आर नाही मोर आशा अपना कर्म भुंजाए समान कहे लोचन दासा अपना कर्म भुंजाए समान कहे लोचन दास Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Shila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Shila Guru Deva. Jai Gaur Premanandi. So this is the Param Karuna of Shishi Gauranta Bhagwan. So we should be attracted towards that Param Karuna. And this is how our sadhana, meditation, everything should be for that purpose, for that end, to attract that Param Karuna. You know, in society, we will always be haunted by scarcity. We will always be haunted by scarcity. But one thing is in abundance. Opposite of scarcity is this only, na? Abundance, abundance. One thing is an abundance, even in society. What is that? It is mercy, Parama Karuna. Mercy is in abundance, complete abundance. For everyone, full mercy, complete abundance. What needs to get full mercy? In order to get full mercy, we just need to prove to Mahaprabhu that I am a fool. Only that much is needed. If I can somehow demonstrate, if I can somehow prove to Mahaprabhu that yes, Mahaprabhu, in reality, I am a fool, then full mercy is there. But this is a problem, na Kali Yuga Jiva. I try to act smart. I want to attain full mercy, but without acknowledging that I am a fool. And this is why there is going to be a gap. So our sadhana shouldn't never be mechanical. It's like such a low thing. Sadhana is transcendental. Transcendental. And how can it ever actually be mechanical? So we'll try to understand more the emotions, the journey Dhruva Maharaj goes through. Now, how do we see his emotion in the journey Dhruva Maharaj goes through? Can it be like this? See, day one, Dhruva Maharaj entering the royal assembly, the court hall. Day one, his experience could have been like what? A human being having a human experience. This is Roma is like a human being having a human experience. What? Wanting to sit on the lap of his father, his mother not taking, and chastising some harsh words, angry words being spoken. Dhruva Maharaj feels upset, angry. Hmm? Father not coming to the rescue and all. So human being having a human experience on day one. Then what he meets, the best thing is he is meeting with Narad Muni. He's meeting with Narad Muni. Meeting with Narad Muni, getting authorization from Narad Muni to go to the forest. Getting mantra and authorization from Narad Muni to go to the forest and practice Krishna consciousness, perfect Krishna consciousness. And what is Dhruva Maharaj having experience when he's in forest? He's first learning what? Human being having a spiritual experience. Huh? Human being having a spiritual experience. And then when he's, say, sadhana, meditation, tapasya, austerity, reaching to fruition or fructification, what is he experiencing? I'm a spiritual being, living a spiritual experience, not having. I'm a spiritual being, living a spiritual experience. That's what he experienced in those 6 months. I'm a spiritual being and I'm living this spiritual experience. And this is how he was going more deep, more concentrated, more focused, more absorbed. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusham param. Bhagavad message na? Akama sarva kamava moksha kama udaradi. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusha param. So that intense. So spiritual being having a spiritual experience. This Dhruva Maharaj realized. Shishikharantai Mayapur Sashi ki jai. Likewise for us, na? What? People say, na? What? On these lines, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Okay, this is good to understand, good to know. But the world at large, can I say the world at large is what living like? Human beings living animalistic experience, having animalistic experience or living animalistic experience, world at large. Look where we are. uh, Human beings living or having animalistic experience. How short we are, what is the gap? So some say we are spiritual beings having human experience. uh, and coming into meditation sadhana and all, okay, yes, human being having a spiritual experience. Ideal is what? We are spiritual beings having, or better, we live a spiritual experience, wholesome spiritual experience, that is Krishna consciousness. To understand I'm a constituent. Actually, Mahaprabhu came us to give us this, that we are constituent of Srimati Radharani, and to live and serve this. Huh? So life is one, we use it fully for the service, for the joy of Guru and Gaurang, Radha Krishna Prityarth, and then we will find abundance, mercy altogether. No scarcity, mercy in abundance. And we need to develop this lamentation for Lord Narayan, for Krishna, as Dhruva developed. So something on those lines. For now, we'll take your blessings and further encouragement and inspiration. Are there any thoughts, questions, or comments, or anything? Okay, thank you very much for your kind attention and participation. And keep on showering your blessings. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll see maybe from text 34 onwards. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की शिला प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद